Hello YouTube, my name is Alyssa Marentes. I want to go ahead and document my journey of becoming a surrogate. My first ever video. I want to go ahead and start with why I want to become a surrogate. So let's just get right into it. So in 2015, me and my husband got pregnant. So everything was looking good, positive pregnancy test, everything like that. So we go to a checkup, and I want to say it was, our first checkup was like a month after I had a positive pregnancy test. Yeah, like a month after I had a positive pregnancy test, because that's when they could see me. So I went in, there was a heartbeat. Yeah, there was a heartbeat and everything, and they said, and then they tested me again to see if I was pregnant. Of course I was, because I took like 3-4 pregnancy tests at home and they all were positive. So I want to say like a month later, that's when we went to the doctors. There was a positive pregnancy test at the doctors, heartbeat, so everything looked good. So they told me that they'll see me again in a month or two. So I want to say already going to be 12 weeks when I was going back to the doctors. By then my morning sickness started going away, my tender in my breast was going away, so I was feeling like I wasn't pregnant anymore. So I want to say it was a weekend, because I was going to the doctors on a Monday. So that weekend I want to say maybe Saturday, I started cramping really bad, and I started bleeding, and I went straight to the emergency room. And at the emergency room, they didn't see a heartbeat. The baby was only 6 weeks. At this point, I was supposed to be 12 weeks. The baby stopped growing at 6 weeks. So they told me that I'm in the early stages of a miscarriage, which is, I'm pretty familiar with a miscarriage. So when they told me that, it was really hard for me, because, I already loved my baby. Like I loved. I had, dreams of her. I, to this day, think she was a girl. I had dreams that she was a girl, and I'm not too sure if it was the gender of the baby. But fast forward a little bit, so I was going through all the pain, and I knew I was gonna have a miscarriage. So they told me when the baby stopped growing and everything, so I knew it was coming. So then fast forward to Monday. On Monday, we go to my doctor's appointment so I could let them know. Well, that morning, it was about 7:30. I was getting the clothes out of the dryer, and that's when it happened. That's when I bent down, and I was trying to get the clothes out of there, and I just felt, it's a little TMI, but I felt a really big gush and something like big come out. So I run to the bathroom, I check what it is, and it's my baby and her egg sac. So I clean it off, I wrap it up in some tissues and put it in a little paper bag, and I wasn't too sure of what to do or what was, I knew what was happening, but in that moment I was really scared, So my mother-in-law and me get ready. We go to the doctors, and this is my 12-week checkup. And on my 12-week checkup, I go and I hand them the paper bag, and I told them that I went to the emergency room and that they told me I was going through a miscarriage. So they wanted me to go get a scan again at the emergency room to make sure everything came out. If not, I would have to get a C&D to get the rest of the baby out. But so I was in the emergency room all day till 12 o'clock at maybe midnight, 2 in the morning. In between that time, I got to go home, and they told me that there was nothing left inside me, that was the baby, and that they're so sorry for my loss, and that these things happen a lot. And so, like, me and my husband was there. It was really devastating, you know, because we did try, and then it finally happened, and we were so excited, you know. We started telling our family and everything, and it was just a really hard time for everyone that we told, and especially on us. But after that, I just told myself that I probably couldn't have kids, and that was my life. So that was really hard. So after that, a couple months passed. I want to say like 4 months, 6 months, 4 to 6 months passed, and I was thinking of starting to try again. You know, I was actually, what happened was my niece was born, and I was there, and she just gave me so much hope to try again. But before that, let's rewind and go back a little bit. I was looking into having a surrogate to see how much it was to have a surrogate, and what I needed to find a surrogate. So I looked into that, and I told myself that if I can't have kids, that I want a surrogate, or to try to get a surrogate to have our babies, because I knew I want to be a mother. I've always wanted to be a mother since I can remember. And then my niece was born, and then she gave me so much hope to try again. So I want to say a year later, we tried again. I got pregnant, and I had my firstborn baby boy. He'll be 3 soon. And then, so I put the surrogacy thing on hold, but in my mind, I was thinking I was blessed with the baby. Now that maybe I can bless somebody else with the baby. So when I was done having kids, I wanted to go ahead and have a kid, become a surrogate, and have a kid and for somebody else, and give them a family, and, you know, hope, because hope and faith, that alone is enough. It's really hard for people that have kids nowadays, and I was blessed with 2 pregnancies that I had with 2 baby boys. So now that I'm finished, I'm gonna go ahead and become a surrogate. I already started my journey. I did medical clearance, and I'm medically cleared, and I'm medically cleared and legally cleared. There you go. Legally cleared to start to become a surrogate. Yeah, sorry, I probably messed up a whole bunch in this. I don't really know how to do this. I'm really nervous to even start YouTube, but I just want to document my journey because this is something really, really special to me that I'm choosing to do, and I want to share it with my family. I want to be able to look back on this one day. So yeah, that's my reasoning for becoming a surrogate. I hope it's helpful to somebody, and I will be documenting my journey. My next step in my surrogacy is I started my prenatals. I had to get on vitamin D. I started my pills that I'm supposed to take. I start my my shots in a week or two, I want to say. I start them really soon. I've been checked. Like I said, to become legally cleared, you have to be immune to certain things. So I had to go get a couple shots before I could get medically cleared. I had to be on vitamin D because my vitamin D was really, really low, and you have to be at a certain point to become a surrogate, I guess. And I get my blood work like every 2 weeks. I get my my uterus checked, my uterus lining checked, because that's very, very important in becoming a surrogate. So yeah, it's just something that I've been wanting to talk about, something I want to go ahead and bring awareness to, because surrogacies are something very, very special. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to do this. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm more excited to start this journey. Well, I already started it. I want to say by the end of November I should be pregnant, hopefully. Fingers crossed, everybody, that I do get pregnant. I met the parents, the IPs, the intended parents, that's what IP stand for. I met them through video chat. Very lovely people. Well, I met the wife. Very, very lovely. I'll go more into detail about everything soon. I just wanted to go ahead and get the first video out of my story and why I wanted to become a surrogate. So I hope this was very helpful, and thank you.